Hi, welcome to the Retirement Railroad 2.0. I'm Steve, and as you may have guessed, it's birthday week here at the Retirement Railroad 2.0. And not only has it been 1 year since I started working on the switching layout, it is also my 67th birthday today as you're watching this premiere. All right. So as such, we're going to do a little bit of celebrating. We're not live. I am bottling bourbon today at a local little craft distillery, part of my birthday festivities. So I'm really looking forward to that. And but what we're going to do is, and what I've tried to capture in this video, is the progress we've made on the Retirement Railroad 2.0, this 16-inch wide by 12-foot long switching layout. And it's been progressed rather fast. So I'm looking forward to sharing that progression with y'all. So with that, let's take a look, shall we? I came up with the this track plan, which is loosely based after Downers Grove, suburb of Chicago, highly condensed, but it provides ample room for some switching. It's got a yard in the upper left, a couple inch installs just to the right of it. It's the 3-line main line with some crossovers and multiple other sidings to switch with. So really happy with the way this turned out, and for the most part it turned out as designed. I also had to build the 2 workbenches, one on each side, one primarily for hobby work and the other just below the layout itself. And it was more for computer station and larger hobby tools such as mushroom roll saw and sander and so forth. And that's where I sit most of the time. And after all that was complete, it was time to put up the backdrop, the hardwood, and get that spackled and ready for painting. And I chose a sky blue paint and began working it as well. Once that was done, I had to start accumulating the supplies to begin the track work. Laying down the cork first, of course, and I did have a delay with that, but ultimately I found some more and got it in, and I had all my other supplies ready to go, and I had to begin to get ready for the motorman. The area in white had to be built up a little bit to accommodate the sensor. February is a busy month with track laying, some ballasting, wiring up switch machines, wiring up indicator lighting, and starting to work on the control board, which is what you see here. Then moving into the sensor itself for the motorman. By March, I was in full swing wiring up the control board and then soldering the drops and track together. And finally fired up the first test on the control board. With the motorman installed and all wired up, it was time to test it out and run one of the commuter trains, and it worked perfectly. And back and forth on the center or Zephyr track. It was time then to get into JMRI and input all of the switches into JMRI so that I could have remote control on those and the switchboard. Finishing up the control board was a milestone because that would make the layout come to life with the switches being able to be operated remotely and with the block sensors. With the block sensors wired in, switch controls wired in, we were ready to operate the Retirement Railroad 2.0 and break out and do a lot of testing with locomotives and cars, because remember, there's also neodymium magnets on the sidings for remote uncoupling. With that done, we had to get in and label all of the locations. We had to input all the rolling stock, set up the trains and routes, and even with that, found time to do some modifications in wiring, decoders, etc. on a number of locomotives. I had the indicator lighting wired up but hanging down underneath. It was time to install and embed it into the track work. Then we have a list of all the things completed during the month of April. In April, I also made this remote ledge or shelf to handle a tablet and throttle, along with power charging capabilities. Works out really well. I spent most of May working on decoders and rolling stock, a number of different projects, along with some more JMRI work, setting up some routes and trains and so forth in the system. And my pride and joy was this double cow unit. In June, I worked on a couple of steam engines, one of which Lynn McCurdy gave me, and the other I eBay purchased, and both turned out exceptionally well. Some challenges along the path. Nothing ever goes 100% according to plan. But some of the items added were additional power pickups, wiring, styrene mounts to elevate speakers, dual speakers, etc. Also in June, I picked up from We Honest off of eBay this automated signal thing, which is yet to be installed, but looking forward to that in 2025. Also built this portable test track, which turned out well. This Concours coach and also a Concours observation dome were projects I did during the month of July, and was very busy on both of those. I know one of Hot Dog Andy favorite cars was this gallery car, Rock Island commuter, bi-level commuter train, which I stripped down and changed over to a CB&Q or Burlington car. This portable power supply I built turned out real good. I mean, it's got a PR4, which allows direct computer access connection. It's also got a Digitrax Wi-Fi module. It'll operate on DC or switch over to DCC. And the whole idea here is that I'll have a portable programming track along with this portable supply. And here's the before and after. That's the same car after I redid it into Burlington. I think the most popular project with my subscribers was this TF Lumber and Supply, TF for Train Freak, because the picture originated from him. It is actually a flat, but I get numerous comments of people believing that's a three-dimensional building. The whole month of October was spent doing this icing platform and building all the detailing, painting, etc. It looks fantastic with the lights on. The entire months of November and December were spent working on the Fairview Avenue crossing station platforms, etc. From the platforms themselves to the canopies, supports, wiring, landscaping, such as in this slide, lighting for them both, and looks really good overall. Well, let's take a quick look at the commuter train running on the Retirement Railroad 2.0. With that, I hope you enjoyed this recap and birthday celebration for the Retirement Railroad 2.0 and me on my 67th. And with that, y'all have a great day. Bye now.